Veena was not just a musical instrument, but a magic, known far and wide through the name of Udayan, its player. As sharp as the edge of his sword was, the melodies of his Veena were equally soft. On the other hand, Vasavdutta, a princess who mesmerized everyone with her beauty and intelligence. Both lived in different worlds, but the strings of destiny were silently preparing to bind them together. Udayan's minister, Yagandarayana, devised a plan. If Udayan and Vasavdutta were united, it would not only be the beginning of love, but also a new era of power. But Vasavdutta's father, the mighty king, considered Udayan his greatest enemy. One day, under the pretense of a hunt, Udayan was lured into the borders of Vasavdutta's kingdom, where soldiers were already lying in wait. Despite being unmatched in swordsmanship, Udayan was captured. In the palace prison, one thing stirred King Udayan's heart: Vasavdutta. She was seeing Udayan for the first time, steadfast even in bondage, a mystery in his eyes and a smile on his lips. The melodies of Udayan's Veena were drawing her towards him. "Who's there?" Udayan's voice startled Vasavdutta. I... Her words were incomplete, like an unfinished poem. Udayan smiled. "Your words are incomplete, just like my melody. Will you complete it?" It was their first meeting, but the yearning in it felt like an eternity. But like every love story, there was an obstacle here too: Commander Bhanusen. Seeing the growing attraction between Vasavdutta and Udayan, he was alarmed. If the king found out that his daughter had fallen in love with the enemy, it could lead to devastation. Vasavdutta's confidant, Priyangamanjari, had already sensed her restlessness. "You want to meet him, don't you?" Vasavdutta nodded with a faint smile. In the darkness of the night, when the palace was asleep, Priyangamanjari took Vasavdutta to Udayan. "You?" Udayan asked in surprise. Vasavdutta's heart was pounding. "I don't know why, but I wanted to talk to you, to listen to you." That night, they shared stories of their dreams, fears, and unspoken love. But Bhanusen's eyes were on them. When Vasavdutta realized this, she made a decision. "We have to escape." In the stillness of the night, with Priyangamanjari's help, they fled the palace. Behind them echoed the hoofbeats of the soldiers' horses. A dense forest, darkness, and danger everywhere. A deep gorge lay ahead, but Udayan found a hidden path. "What if we get caught?" Vasavdutta asked softly. "I will never lose you," Udayan said firmly. Hiding in a cave, they had just begun to catch their breath when they heard the sound of horses outside. "They're here!" Fear filled Vasavdutta's eyes. Udayan's sword gleamed. Suddenly, a voice called out, "Stop!" The soldiers froze. In front of them stood the king himself. "Father!" Vasavdutta's voice trembled. The king spoke sternly. "Is it true? You are running away with the enemy?" With tears in her eyes, Vasavdutta replied, "He is not an enemy. He is my life." Udayan bowed his head and said, "My aim is not the kingdom, only your trust. Vasavdutta's love is my greatest victory." There was silence for a moment. Then the king took a deep breath and said, "If this love is so unshakable, who can stop it?" Bhanusen stood shocked. It appeared under the stars in the forest. Udayan and Vasavdutta's love became eternal, like the melody of that Veena, which will resonate for centuries.
Please like, share and subscribe with the love of your life.